more onto it with other videos, but they say this has no dimension, or you could say it does. That it's the first dimension, and that what you're really looking at here is the front part of a line. So say this is the front view, this would be the side view, and then if you moved up a little bit and looked down, that it's really not just a line or a dot, but it's a plane. Get front view, side view, top view. First, second, third dimensions. But from a geometry perspective, let's look at it this way. Dimension 1. Now what do I need in order to get to the second dimension? I need another line, but namely, notice that this is a 90-degree angle. And then what's a third dimension is a 90-degree angle from here. I know that doesn't look too good, but you get the picture, hopefully. This is the third dimension, and I hope you notice that the common denominator was a 90 degree. Now this number 9 is the number of judgment, and it's also transcendent. 3. Number of manifestation. 1 line, can't make anything. 2 line, can't make anything. 3 lines is the smallest number I can manifest a shape with. Now, look at here. 3, 3. This is the manifestation of manifestation, or let's think of it as this way. That we got a third dimension that's being judged by another dimension. Okay, that's horrible. But see it? It's a cube within a cube. 3, 3. This is 9. 9 is judgment. 6, which is dominion, times 9 equals 54. This is the gematria value for tribe of Dan, which means to judge. To judge. There are 9 fruits of a spirit that are given to somebody that's been transformed by holy fire or holy judgment to render exactly that. Judgment. Because when we are transformed by the Holy Spirit, we become priests, kings, and we are judges. We will judge angels. And our work will be tested by fire. Our God is a consuming fire. And He's transcendent, and He manifests this. So 9 is the master number of all the single digits. And I'll show you this. So 9's judgment. And if you just add judgment and you're not transformed, nothing changes. 9 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 ... You'll get the point. Once again, this is 10, this is 11, this is 12, this is 13. Notice if I add these up or I sum them, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. You just suffered judgment. You got the consequences, the physical consequences, and no spiritual growth. But if this holy fire and judgment lands on you and you are holy, 9 times 1 times 2 times 3, you get transformed by Holy Spirit into a holy being, and you become a judge. Because 9 times 2, 18 equals 9. Times 3, 27 equals 9. You see that? Just adding wrath and judgment changes nothing. You just take pain and you do not grow. If you get transformed and utilize the judgment, you get turned into a judge, and you become able to sit with Jesus Christ, because He calls us brethren and friends. Once we get to this idea, when we can open our eyes and see. Now see this? Notice the 9 degrees, 3 lines. But what about the 4th dimension? Paul says, knowing the breadth, the width, the depth, and the length. He knew it way back then. Things that are seen come from the unseen. Well, Jesus Christ is our key. So let's look at here. Jesus Christ died on a cross. And you realize He manifests in first dimension, second dimension, third dimension. 4 dimensions are represented here on this cross. But, you know, this right here, this straight 2, this is not in 3 dimensions though. So how do we really get? Well, we gotta remember that Christ was speared. He got speared, leaving 12 90-degree angles. Alright? Just Selah. Think on this. This is really deep what I'm about to share with you. Jesus Christ is the Ark of the Covenant. He is our heart. Let me show you. Cube. Hypercube. 3-dimensional cube with another cube in it. 4th dimension. This is the 4th dimension. This is Jesus right here. This is your heart. This is never ending. You could put another cube on this if you want, another one that, or you can put one inside here if you want, and one inside that. Just think of it as this is your body, this is the throne in your heart. This is the Ark of the Covenant in your heart. Because what? The law is in the Ark of the Covenant. The law is written on our heart. This is our heart. This is our body. It's a fractal, never ending. Because see, Jesus is the door. That's what that is. That's a door. This is a doorway that travels of spirit and time. Time does not exist in this realm. That's what Jesus, whenever he got crucified on that cross, he tore the veil and revealed in our heart and put himself inside to where we can grow this. And this is the means in which we travel spiritually. In this 3rd dimension, if you get trapped here, you can't travel the 4th dimension, the spirit. There's no time in this way. In the 3rd dimension, there's time. This 4th one, this is the eternal realm. And we got stuck out here when we fell from grace in Eden. But this right here was rectified by Jesus, and he opened the door. If you're right with him and he's inside your heart, you will never die, and you will be with him for all eternity. Now, this picture also revealed something to me that always confused me, because I would read different translations or different verses in the Bible, and I noticed that Jesus was called the cornerstone, the chief stone, but I heard him called a headstone and a capstone too. And I always got confused because I never thought of the two as the same thing. That a cornerstone and a capstone, well, one's on the very top and one's in the corner. You know, I'm not an architect or a builder, and I'm sure that this is my ignorance, but God, you know, resolved it for me anyways with this picture. Because if you realize what this really is that you see this? These are truncated pyramids, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically, you got one of those on the bottom, one of them on the top. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to draw it, but I hope you can see that if I took one of these and I flipped it and put it to the side and to this side and to this side, that would form there, and that there would be a capstone right here, and that when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when 6, the man can join with God. Man, whenever the 6 sides are put together, they form a cube in the center. So it is a headstone and a cornerstone, and not on the top or the bottom, but at the very center of all time in your heart, in the Ark of the Covenant. This secret line right here is when the 6 come together and you crucify it, or you add 1, God, to equal 7, spiritual perfection. Whenever Nahum was told to go dip in the water 7 times to be cleared from his leprosy, Miriam was sent out beside the camp for 7 days to be cleared of her leprosy. 7 is spiritual purification through fire. Because we get purified through fire, we crucify ourselves every day, and we carry the cross. Now, remember, we got a little thing about this. L is a term for God. L is God, okay? One term. And if you look at this, this is actually 130 numerical value. 31. 31 bones in your arm because God has a strong right arm. But anyways, so L. And we also have the, what do we have? We have the letter L. And you'll notice L, 9 degrees. Coincidence? God does not deal in coincidences. There are no coincidences. He's in charge of everything. Your free will is an illusion. If it does exist, it's a lot more minimal than you think. Okay, children of God will come to him no matter what. Now, look at this. My left hand, this is how I know my left hand, because it makes an L. But you notice that it's only an L from my perspective. This is a 90 degree. I have a 90 degree tool right here. This thumb makes me able to interact in this dimension. It takes my thoughts from one dimension and I can manifest